Do you feel unsatisfied with your life? Do you feel unhappy? Well, the modern world has tricked us into thinking that this is a condition or a disease that we should cure with some antidepressants or medicine and whatnot. But in truth, the reality is that these emotions are here to tell us that something is completely off in our life. And when we feel these emotions, it means that our body, our mind is sending us a warning. And this should wake us up and motivate us to change our reality. So the reason why I made this video today is because I want to talk about the mindset that is going to keep you poor, unhappy and unsatisfied versus the mindset that you need to develop a great, fulfilled and rich life. And rich, not just in money, but rich in any way possible that you can imagine. First of all, we need to understand, how did we even get here? How are we in this position and what led us to that? When we start our day, we tend to do the same things over and over again. So we wake up, we grab our phone, we check our messages, we open our WhatsApp, we check our Instagram, we get ready for work, we go to work, we spend there the whole day, and then we get home, we eat, maybe we work out, and then we go to bed. And when we do these things over and over again, we have the same thoughts, which lead to the same emotions, and emotions lead to the same experience of life. Nothing changes. And the hardest part of changing is making a decision that is different than the day before. And let me explain why. To make a change in our life is never easy. In fact, every time we take a decision that will change our life in better, our fear kicks in. And this is because our body is trying to keep us safe from the unknown. Every time we make a new decision, we go in an unknown territory and we don't know what's gonna come our way. Even though we expect in our head that something amazing is gonna happen, we still have the body that is fighting us, which is our subconscious mind, that is keeping us from danger. Our body and our mind were designed to keeping us safe for any threat. Reason why we usually stick to our so-called comfort zones, because the body and the mind feel comfortable there and they know the territory, so it's not unknown. They know that whatever we're doing already is nothing threatening. Maybe it makes us unhappy, maybe we're not living the life of our dreams, but the body and the mind don't care, because the only thing that we're designed for is to keeping you safe. And that's something we need to counterfight, and it's not an easy task, but there are some tools that I want to share with you. So a very useful tool to start reshaping your life is meditation and visualization. When we get in this meditative state where we visualize a better future, we start feeling new emotions that are far away from the current reality. And if we do it long enough and frequent enough, we will train our body to feel in a new way. And this method has actually worked magic on me. So much that I decided to get it as one of my first tattoos ever on my wrist. Check this out. When we start visualizing new things in our life, they call it law of attraction. Why? And this is true because we start attracting new things by feeling new emotions. We feel the abundance in this world, and visualization changed my life and changed many people's life, because we start feeling like we're already owning or having all those things that we're visualizing. We start going from a sensation of lack in life to abundance. And this is actually scientifically proved that if we train our brains to have new emotions, these emotions will give us a new reality that we can live in. Because we're breaking the pattern to live in our past, and we start mapping our futures with new emotions that we're feeling. If you think about it, if you're stuck in a place that you don't like and you keep doing the same things over and over, you will not be able to expect new experiences, new results in your life. But if you have a switch where you start feeling in a new way that is giving you energy, and you start making new decisions in your life, obviously your life is going to change and better. And our mind start becoming a map for our new future and not a track record of our past. And this simple method changed my life so much that I started having so much more happiness and bold visions for my future that made the whole difference. And this is exactly what I want to speak about. Let's take this chart, where the first axe is the happiness in the present moment, and the other axe is the vision for the future. So if we start at the very bottom, where the happiness in the present moment is very low and we don't have any vision at all for our future, or our vision is not strong at all, we're in a stage that I call negative vortex. And this negative vortex, and I spoke about it in my other videos on YouTube, is where we feel like we're a victim of our circumstances, where we don't feel we have any control and everything is happening to us and we can't control it. So we blame the government, we blame our parents, we blame our girlfriend or boyfriend, we blame everyone else but us, and we don't take any action in order to change our reality. At the same time, we feel so unhappy and unsatisfied, and at the same time, we're living life in such a depressed and unhappy way that is making us miserable. But if we have a lot of happiness in the present moment, but still a huge lack of our vision for the future, we get to the other stage of life where it's all about instant gratification. So it's a state where we end up distracting ourselves to feel short-term happiness. So it's the equivalent of taking a trip, going out and have a drink with your friends, or smoking a joint. These are not true happiness. Like, we feel happy in the present moment, but it's a short-term thing, and we all know that because we still don't have a bold and strong vision for our future. I do get lost sometimes in instant gratification, but it doesn't last long. But where I got stuck the most in my life a few years ago was the state of anxiety and stress over anything. So I was not really unhappy all the time, but I was dissatisfied. I always wanted more. So I had a strong vision for the future, but I was lacking happiness in the present moment because I was not doing things that were making me happy. But I was working my butt off all the time to make my vision come true. But in this state of mind, if we work hard on our goals without enjoying them, without enjoying life, it's scientifically proven that our performance will be inferior than if we are happy. And when we think about happiness, I'm sure the majority of people, even watching this video, think about happiness in the wrong way. And what usually people do is attaching their happiness to their goals, which is the wrongest thing you can do. And that looks like something like this. Like, I will be happy when I will have my dream job. I will be happy when I will go on holiday. I will be happy when I will have that promotion, when I will have that girlfriend in my life. And that's the wrong attitude if you want to have true happiness, because we can't attach our happiness to our goals. We should be always happy in the present moment and have goals. The two things are not conditional. So your happiness shouldn't be conditioned by your goals. And this is exactly where I was being stuck for a few years of my life, in this stress and anxiety. But where the real magic happened was at this magic stage where we have a bold vision for our future and we're happy, if not extremely happy, in the present moment. And that makes all the difference. Because see, when we're in this state of mind, everything is a bliss. We don't live in lack anymore, we live in abundance, and we start attracting the opportunities and the people in our life because we start making decisions without fear, without anxiety, and we don't attach happiness to the results of the decisions that we make. And in this way, we start acting fearlessly without thinking what if it's gonna go wrong or right. We just do. We act with intuition and inspiration, and we always trust that the universe has our back, and then somehow that is super true. In fact, all the successful people and friends that I have feel like they're living in this blissful state of life where everything is possible and everything is in reach. And it doesn't mean that they live in a dream world and they think that there's no hard work involved, or they don't have to be patient, or that they will not have any issues along the journey of achieving the goals. But they just do it in a very light way. They live life, they know that things are gonna come their way, but they also know that solutions are gonna come their way. So there's never a problem, and my friends get more and more confident in their capabilities because of that, because they're so bold about their future that nothing can stop them. And that's exactly what I started doing more and more, and I hope, and I'm super curious to see actually where I'm gonna be in 5 years from now, because if right now I have certain goals that are pretty bold, I'm sure that in a few years, even next year, these goals are gonna start feeling small and I will need to go for something bigger. And that's exactly the kind of addiction we wanna fall into when we wanna be successful, because we always wanna improve ourselves and top the year before and just grow. That should be the ultimate, this is the ultimate meaning of life, which is to be here and improve ourselves and not be stuck in the instant gratification part of the chart, or the negative vortex, or not even the stress and anxiety part, because these are not pushing us forward the way it should. And I will read a poem by one of the richest guy that ever existed on this earth, which is Rockefeller, and he wrote this: "I was early taught to work as well as play. My life has been one long happy holiday. Full of work and full of play, I dropped the worry on the way. And God was good to me every day." My life has been one long happy holiday. And that's funny, because when work and play go together and they become one thing, magic starts to happen. We don't need to be motivated anymore. We don't need to force ourselves to do anything at work, because we simply are pulled by our bold and strong vision for the future, that we just act upon on it without having the need to, force ourselves to do anything anymore. And I wish for everyone watching this video to get to this point if you're not already there. And thanks for watching, and I see you next week. Peace!